Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. We need to talk and discuss this Black Ops Pass ordeal because I want to make this quick. I want to make this to the point because I think it's appropriate. I think it's good for the community, but I also think that it's a little bit overreactionary. But also at the same time, I don't think it is. Let me explain. The season pass has been something for years now, like ever since like Modern Warfare 3 or however long ago. We've had a season pass. We've had a season pass-esque type thing. And ever since Advanced Warfare, we've had a season pass type thing and microtransactions. Well, actually, since Black Ops 2, we'll say, since Black Ops 2, we've had a season pass and microtransactions. Advanced Warfare just brought in the loot box system. And ever since Advanced Warfare with the loot box system, some consumers were very concerned because usually it's like, well, if you're going to have loot boxes and microtransactions, then give away your DLC for free, your season pass content for free. That's only fair because you're making your billions of dollars with your microtransactions. And that's kind of been the word for the past couple years. Call of Duty is old school. It has a season pass and it has loot boxes. And it wasn't until the Star Wars Battlefront 2 controversy where the loot boxes were like tied to your progression system and people got in an uproar about that. And then the whole community and the whole gaming industry kind of turned tail on this and said, okay, fine. No loot boxes, cosmetic only. And we're giving away our season of content, the DLC maps, for free. And that's where we get to Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 has a season pass and loot boxes, at least it's speculated. So the way I think this is overreactionary is that this is basically what we've gotten for the past couple years. It is a little different because we're getting less multiplayer maps and you can't buy them individually, but for the most part, pretty similar. So I kind of think it's an overreaction, but I really don't think so. I think it's fine. I think people are reacting just fine because I think this is going to be a really big tell of Treyarch and Activision. I think this is going to be a really big and important turning point in their sort of, what do you call it? Business model. That's what it is. The business model. You know, are they going to be able to get away with a season pass and loot boxes this year? Is that going to turn a lot of people off? From the looks of it, it's turning a lot of people off, and with really good reason too. I mean, I think we all know the reasons. 4 less multiplayer maps, which I'm not a multiplayer creator this year, so I'm happy about that. But so my zombies my zombies experience, we are getting 4 zombies maps in the DLC cycle, so that's fantastic. So as a zombies person, the season pass is fine. It's all good. But as a multiplayer person, this is a similar price for less content. And to add to that, you cannot individually purchase these DLC packs but individually. You can't buy them by themselves, which I think is also, it's a double-edged sword. I think Drifter got this the best in his video. You don't want people who just have DLC 1 and DLC 3 because that screws with your matchmaking system, because then it's only looking for people with the same DLC pack. And with all these DLC packs and all these different possible, what do you call it? All these different possible combinations, you have a really hairy matchmaking system. And this is something that I greatly felt after DLC 1 of World War II. I felt the player count seemed like it plummeted, but really it just got fragmented. So making it you either have the season pass or you don't have the season pass splits your audience, very evenly, just into 2 groups, which I think is very fair. I think that's a step in the right direction, but at the same time, it's kind of anti-consumer because it's saying you buy $100 for all of the content of this game, or don't buy this game at all. Or if you've already bought the $60 version, well, you're out of luck because you can't buy the season pass, which I think is ridiculous. I think they should sell the season pass individually. That's kind of baffles me. Like, they should just sell the season pass individually. That's a weird decision for me. I don't see the reason behind that one. But you have to buy the $100 digital deluxe or deluxe edition of the game in order to get the season pass in the first place, which is very weird. So what do we do? Well, I think the community is doing good. I think part of this uproar is really appreciated, and I think it's really needed because honestly, and especially coming from a PC player, the player count matters, and dividing your player base into DLCs just kills your game post-launch. I couldn't find any but like maybe 1 or 2 games of the first DLC pack on the PC version of World War II, which is a highly successful version of the PC version, comparatively to older Call of Duties. And that's a problem. That's really bad. And they're hyping up the PC version. And if they're going to split their player base, one of the biggest reasons people don't buy the PC version is the player base, which is actually a really big catch-22. You should buy it just so that there's more players on it, but that's just me. And so what do I think? What do I think about this? What's the business model that I would prefer? I honestly don't know. Because if we buy the base game and all the DLC is for free, then that's good, but then we have to deal with loot boxes. Like, if Black Ops 3 released and you didn't have to buy the season pass for it, and it was just like you got the base game, you got all the DLC packs, you got all the maps and all that stuff, but you just had that Black Ops 3 loot box system. So every time a new weapon was out, you just had to roll the dice with the loot box system. So I don't really like that. I like having, I like the Infinite Warfare version where I buy the season pass and I get every single DLC. I get every single weapon and I get all these bonuses, and I like that. It still has loot boxes, but I was very greatly rewarded for still having the season pass. And I thought that was a good business model. And similarly with World War II. World War II kind of fell out of that system a while ago, but it started off really well with the collections and stuff, but then we started getting into events and the season pass users not getting all of the weapons, and it was just frustrating. It's just frustrating. And really, the loot box system is so anti-consumer. I would almost prefer like a Call of Duty Ghost or a Black Ops 2 version of microtransactions. I don't know how Fortnite does it. I don't know how Overwatch does it, but if it was just like, here's our game, here's all the DLC for free. By the way, you can purchase these weapons or skins or camos or reticles or reticle packs for 50 cents, for $1, for $2. I would almost prefer that. But at the same time, I don't like the season pass because it's like it separates the player base. It's really a difficult and nuanced decision to make. And I can't balance the numbers appropriately. I don't think any of us can. I think if we want the season pass for free, they're going to need to put in loot boxes, and they're going to need to put in, weapons behind that loot box in order to get that revenue. Or if they make it cosmetic only and that works, then that'd just be happy for everyone. You just buy the game, you get all the DLC for free, you get all the DLC weapons for free, and you just buy skins and camos and that stuff. But I don't know if Activision or Call of Duty is to that point yet. I don't know if they're willing to settle for that with the amount of money that loot boxes has gotten them in the past, and supply drops and stuff. So I don't know. I said this would be a short video. It's not a short video. It's quite a difficult video because I'm not sure what the solution is here, and I think the uproar is nice from the community. I think this definitely needs to change in some way to be more pro-consumer and pro your own player base, because anytime a company's like, you gotta throw $100 at a game in order to get content, then I think that's pretty bad. I think they should value the game for what it's worth, and I don't know how much Black Ops 4 is going to be worth to, especially the multiplayer people. I know the Zombies community is perfectly happy right now, but I don't know if Call of Duty Black Ops 4 can live off of the Zombies community. I know I can. I know that the Zombies community can live off of Black Ops 4, but I don't know if Activision can. I don't know if Treyarch can, if that makes sense. Well, this turned into quite the deep and intricate commentary. Please let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I might just make up my own after seeing your guys'. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.